Hi, Rewind Recaps here. Today I'm going to explain a Japanese mystery drama film called Love Stoppage Time. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Takashi Aiba is a high school student trying to get into medical school. One day, at 12:15 p.m., time suddenly stops. Everyone around him is frozen. Classmates, teachers, the world itself. At first, Takashi thinks it's a prank. But when he steps outside and finds water frozen in midair, he realizes it's real. He touches the frozen fountain, and the water falls on him. Then, across the pond, he sees a girl, laughing. She can move too. Before he can speak to her, time resets, and he's back in class, dry as if nothing happened. The next day, at 12:15, it happens again. He rushes to the park to find the girl, but she isn't there. Recognizing her school uniform, he tracks her down and finds her sleeping in her school's garden. She thinks he's a creep, but he explains he felt alone. She introduces herself as Tokina Shinomiya. The two discover they're the only ones who can move during this lost time. One day during lost time, they see a sleeping driver about to hit children. They can't stop the car in frozen time, but Takashi memorizes the license plate and calls the driver after time resets, saving the kids. Shinomiya is impressed. They begin meeting daily. She sketches scenes from their adventures, believing the memories will live in her mind even if the art vanishes. They bike around town, eat and laugh. Takashi is shy, but Shinomiya boldly calls their meetings dates. At home, Takashi's relationship with his father is tense. His mother died years ago, and he resents his father for not visiting her in the hospital. Their distance is still unresolved. On another date, Shinomiya plays on a trampoline and enjoys a picnic with Takashi. But they argue when Takashi says he's giving up on becoming a doctor. She calls him lazy, and he storms off. Suddenly time resumes, and Shinomiya falls. Elsewhere, Dr. Asami cares for his terminally ill wife, who loves sketching like Shinomiya. She wants to leave the hospital and live her final days freely. Their emotional distance grows. Back in the present, Takashi and Shinomiya reconcile and spend more lost time together. He tries to kiss her, but time resets too soon. Later she arrives at Takashi's house in a beautiful dress for a home-cooked dinner. He gives her special chopsticks. When he asks about her dreams, she mentions a childhood time capsule but avoids talking about her future. She ends the evening saying they can't meet anymore, but time resets before she explains why. The next day, Takashi can't find her during lost time. He learns from classmates that she's in the hospital with Wilson's disease. Her condition is severe, and only a liver transplant can save her, but no family members are a match, and legally only relatives can donate. Takashi insists on being tested. She refuses, saying she has just 6 months left and doesn't want to burden him. At home, Takashi researches Wilson's disease and realizes the foods he gave her, like chocolate and shrimp, are things she can't normally eat. Yet, she enjoyed them during lost time, choosing to live fully. Takashi rushes to the hospital and begs Dr. Asami to help. To his surprise, the doctor asks if time freezes for him too. On the rooftop, Asami reveals that he and his wife experienced the same thing. It was how he learned they were a transplant match. He believes Takashi and Shinomiya met for the same reason. However, for a transplant, the donor must be a relative, and Takashi must be 20. The only way around this is if they get married and his parents consent. Takashi reads Shinomiya's sketchbook filled with drawings of their memories, including one of him. Inspired, he digs up her old time capsule from a yard where she buried it. Inside are childhood dreams, to be a baker, a florist. He shows her the capsule and test results. He's a match. Then, he proposes. Dr. Asami secures hospital ethics approval, but Takashi needs his father's permission. Saiji refuses, not wanting to risk his son's health. On the wedding day, Takashi and Shinomiya prepare to marry in the hospital. Instead of rings, they use watches. Surprisingly, Saiji arrives with signed papers, finally supporting his son's decision. But joy turns to fear when Shinomiya collapses and slips into a coma. Takashi finds a letter from her thanking him and confessing her love. When the clock strikes 12:15, time doesn't stop. Takashi fears she's gone, but the doctor says there's still hope. Weeks later, Takashi wakes up in a hospital bed beside Shinomiya. They both survived the transplant. Elsewhere, Asami and his wife watch the sea. He tells her she's not a burden, she's his strength. In the final scene, Takashi and Shinomiya celebrate her 17th birthday in the park, sharing a quiet lunch. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thanks for watching.